This is a cow. This is a Naya.
Okay.
Get the giggles out.
Hello. Welcome to our channel. I'm Naya.
And I'm Colum.
Yay! I'm sweating. We haven't posted in a while because we wanted to make a video introducing ourselves and our relationship here in Longform. So this is what the video is going to be about, because we have like a rom-com relationship full of hazards and obstacles.
What kind of rom-com movie would you?
I don't know what rom-com will be because there's no rom-coms with COVID involved, since that's pretty recent-ish, you know. So I don't really know. Oh, we haven't introduced Mantequilla. Mantequilla, come up here. No? Okay.
We're breaking.
We'll introduce Mantequilla later on. How did we meet?
I was in a teaching credential program attached with the master's, and was working an after-school program at a school while on top of teaching at that same school to get my credential. And you were?
I was an au pair. So for those of you who may not know what that means, it's basically like an international exchange where you go to a different country, you work for a family, and you take care of the kids. And they provide housing, and they provide a car, and you can also food, and you can also learn about the culture from inside of the country, which is like pretty cool. Because it's different to visit a country than to truly live in a country and experience the culture, I think.
Which you'd been here before at least one time,
Yeah,
right?
I came here when I was 17. But that was a different story because it was only for a month. The au pair program is at least 1 year, and it can be extended to 2 years. But this video is not about that. If you guys want to know more about the au pair program, or maybe you're interested in becoming an au pair, I can do another video if you want to leave a comment with questions, and I can do another video explaining how the process works, because it's a long process, what are the requirements, and information just to see if, you know, you're bored with your life and you want to change.
Definitely, like, for certain ages, I would say a worthwhile experience.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm really grateful I chose that experience after college.
Me too.
We would not have met.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you had gone with that other family, what were they in Boston or something?
Seattle, I think.
Seattle?
Yeah. But yeah, I was an au pair, and I was working with two gorgeous girls that I love. We used to have a routine where I would pick them up from school, we'll go to a park, and that park started having construction. So we had to plan an alternative of like, what are we gonna do now? And we started staying in the school and playing in the playground from the school, where Colum was an after-school teacher. And then the little one fell off the scooter in front of him. She was calling me my name.
Yeah, she was saying, I want my Naya, like sobbing.
Because I was doing homework with the
A lot.
eldest. Yeah. And I saw her falling, so like I went with her, and Colum was there. And she had a minor scratch. She was not really big.
She was dramatic. As young
I mean,
kids
as you are when you're,
Yeah.
It was funny because she was in that phase that she loved Frozen. So of course she wanted Frozen Band-Aid. I didn't have any.
So I went to the health bag that we have at like the benches. I think all we had were SpongeBob Band-Aids. So I handed one of those over to her, but took a mental note, Frozen Band-Aids.
I mean, I think you even told her, is it okay if it's SpongeBob? And she was like, I guess.
Yeah, again, very dramatic.
She's so cute.
I think she was kind of at that age where kids just like Band-Aids. And so they just like to put and cover themselves in Band-Aids, especially if it's like their favorite character or something from a movie or show.
We met at that time, although we had been introduced prior to that. And that was so funny because this was February of 2020, and we were introduced, I believe, in like December 2019 by a mom that was there. And I honestly didn't remember his name. Honestly, we both have like very like interesting names, because mine is Basque and his is Irish, so they're not common names. So I thought his name was Paul.
Yeah, which there was a Paul who did work at the school, but that was not,
I didn't know.
That was not my name.
I was like, oh yeah, you're Paul. And he was like, no,
Nope.
I'm Colum.
When the mom had asked if I had met Naya before, I had basically turned red and said yes, and laughed a little bit.
And I was like, no.
Basically pretended to like have to work with some kids on something and kind of
left. I was so like weirded out, is that word? Because it was weird. It was like, wait, have I met you? I don't remember.
I knew of you, right? I'd seen you around.
Yeah,
on the
but you didn't know me. Like, you didn't know who I was, where I was from,
No.
anything of that.
I
you
knew
know?
I knew you were like an au pair. I knew you weren't American. You could hear it in your voice.
Wow. I did have a thicker accent too.
Yeah.
So that day we started talking briefly. Like, I think you have told me that you walked across Ireland from Dublin to Galway.
I did it for Galway Hospice Care.
He can talk more about it in another video. If you guys have any questions, just drop a comment.
Yeah.
That was a really
It's a
nice.
good trip. You can either, stay in hotels or bed and breakfast or camp, but we won't get into it.
So we talked briefly about that, and then it was time to go home. So like I left basically.
Yeah, and I was taking the kids into the classroom, I think, to do homework.
And I don't think we exchanged numbers at that point.
No, we didn't.
The next day, I was doing homework with the older one because I always help her with Spanish homework. Because I was also teaching them Spanish, which it was honestly
It was a
fun.
bilingual school.
It was
so-
a bilingual school, yeah. But like I try to make it fun and not make it like a chore because I know learning languages can be like hard.
So to backtrack on my day the next day,
Okay.
I was teaching at the school, and on my lunch break, there was a grocery store, like a block or two away. So I went in to get a sandwich or just some food. I forget, what exactly I got. And I ended up walking past an aisle that had like one of the hangers on the side, and Band-Aids were up there, and they were frozen Band-Aids. And so I grabbed a box of those on my way out, and then figured the next time I see Naya outside after school, I would hand her that box of frozen Band-Aids.
I'm pretty sure you went directly to the Band-Aid section to do so.
Nope.
But
You go
Mm.
check the tape, go check the cameras that day. That's not how it happened.
okay. Anyway, so I was doing homework.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this guy just walks in, puts the.
Frozen Band-Aids, here you go. And I walked out.
No, you didn't even say anything.
I'm pretty sure I said
No.
frozen Band-Aids.
No.
Or
You
I
did-
said, here you go, and I dropped the frozen Band-Aids.
I'm pretty sure you didn't say anything. You just
Ah.
dropped the bandages and left. And I was like,
I said something. I
Mm.
said at least one thing.
okay, either way.
Here you go, or frozen Band-Aids. I said one of those two.
It was weird and like a rom-com moment at the same time. So I was like, what the hell is going on?
That's how we do it in America, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. It was really odd because I even asked the older one because I don't know, I had a great relationship with her and we were like sisters. And I was like, should I go say thank you?
No thanks needed.
I was like, what do you do in this situation? This
Just
is so
coming to the
odd.
rescue with some frozen Band-Aids.
So I went to him and I was like, oh, thank you for the Band-Aids. Like, you didn't need to do that or something like that, I told you. And then we started talking. We exchanged numbers, I think, at that point because there were going to be a pub crawl for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's when we exchanged numbers.
Yeah, I think so.
You told me about the pub crawl, and you'd say that you were gonna send me like the link to the site
buy the
get
ticket,
the
yeah.
tickets.
yeah, because I was going to go with some friends. So I was like, why don't you join us? I was thinking like, okay, that's a good, you
Yeah.
know, like to keep this going because he was really nice. I think we exchanged a couple messages, but then we went on a hike. I think the hike was first, right?
No.
Yeah, because hike was like beginning of March, I think.
So the hike again was like March 6th or 8th, so it was like the week before the pub crawl. But it was also 2 days later was the news of everything
Yeah.
getting shut down.
Yeah, that was like March 8th or so.
Yeah.
Like the school shut down and everything was crazy with COVID at that point, which was such a bomb in the whole world, you know?
Yeah.
We went into the hike, and in the hike, it was crazy because it was supposed to be like a quick hike, like 1 hour tops, right? Like Colum had chosen it. By the way, he said he was trying to like get me out of it because he was like, I'm gonna go on a hike on Sunday. And
It was somewhat of a test, I think.
I was like, oh great. At any point he was like, you can join me if you want. And I was talking with my friends. I was like, what should I do? Should I
Just
like?
trying to see if you were actually interested or not.
And I was like, okay, I can join you. And he was like, yeah, but I'm going at like 8 in the morning. And you kept saying things to like,
I could tell just by looking at you,
Ah.
you are not a morning person.
oh come on, you didn't
And you know what?
that.
It's true. She is not a morning person.
Sometimes.
We got to the top,
Beautiful, by the way.
overlooks the Pacific.
Yeah, you
can
could see the Golden
the
Gate.
Golden Gate up north, and you can kind of see down the coastline for a while on the opposite side. And we got to the top, And I think we both kind of realized the hike was nearly over at that point, because
Yeah.
going down is always easier than going up.
Although, I must say, I think I have a photo because we found this notebook, remember?
Yeah.
With like people were writing things and like poems.
There's like a storm drain dug into the ground at the
with rocks on
top.
top or something.
Yeah,
a
with
metal
rocks on
thing.
top to like signify that there's something there. And then you take the rocks off, take the cover off, and inside is a booklet that's wrapped in a bunch of like plastic bags.
Amazing.
Of
It
just
was
like
so
people telling
cute.
stories or writing whatever they want, or making
Yeah.
a drawing of making it up to the top there.
Yeah. Or like just like writing something like meaningful. It was really
Yeah.
it was really beautiful to like see that after like going on a hike where we were talking the whole time since like the first minute of the hike. And it was crazy because it was this sensation of like, I feel like I've met him before, but it cannot be because I'm from the opposite part of the world.
Yeah, thousands of miles away.
Yeah, he's from California and I'm from Spain, which means that like we have full continent and full ocean between us.
But we hung out down at the bottom of the trailhead for like another hour and a half, 2 hours.
That was fun. It was like a very nice first date because I feel like it was.
We just got to
I mean,
talk
you
for
even had a
hours.
deja vu.
Yeah, like I'd done it before.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. After that, we just started talking, and then COVID hit 2 days after, which meant the whole world stopped.
We were not going to see each other after school.
It was pretty crazy because there was a lot of fear, I feel like, in the world, you know.
Yeah.
And also like
just like a lot of unknowns of like what's going to happen because this hasn't happened.
The kids were not going to school, so I had to like do the homework with them at home. I had to keep them entertained because I had to get creative. I even created a hotel with shoe boxes. We painted each room with a different color, and then we did like a movie theater next on the side, and with like trolls because they really like trolls.
I got my money back for the pub crawl ticket. Naya didn't.
I didn't.
COVID shut everything down, so we had to get creative in how we were gonna like hang out. And for the most part, there's certain areas where I grew up where you can like park your car, watch the sunset. We did a lot of that,
Yeah.
right? We did a lot of like different hikes as well.
The ones that were open.
Yeah, and that was like pretty much
beginning.
it for
for a
kicking
long
off
time.
the relationship.
So when you become an au pair, you could choose to do 1 year, and then once a year is over, at least in the US, you can extend for another year, but that's it. You cannot do more than 2 years. And I was already in my second year. Oh, hi, baby. So COVID shut down everything, right? And for the au pair program, that meant that the au pairs could go back home even if their second year was not over. Remember they did, it was an exception on the whole visa.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, with what's going on, we'll send you home.
Yeah. But I didn't want it to because my parents were saying that Spain was really, really bad. There were a lot of cases and everything was shut down to the point that if you were seen in the street, they will fine you with 1,000 euros. So it was really bad. And at least in California, I could like go on walks.
Yeah,
you know?
we could do stuff outside.
Yeah, so that was
For the most
nicer.
part.
So I stayed until August 2020 and then we said goodbye. And it was crazy because we didn't know when we were going to see each other.
No.
We thought we were gonna see each other in Christmas time, but we were too positive because everything was just not open in any country. So
I feel like there were reports in the news as well of like, oh, things are possibly opening up at this time or possibly opening up at that time, and then it would like that time would come and it'd be like, oh no, like things are still horrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think there was a vaccine at that point.
No, I don't think so. So basically, we had to do long distance for a full year.
Yeah.
Lots of FaceTiming, and
that's how we used to watch movies together.
yeah.
We would FaceTime and
Right.
Okay, show the TV screen. All right, now press play in 3, 2, 1, and we would press play and watch.
And we'll count the
movie at the
seconds.
same
Like,
time.
what seconds are you on? Like
Yeah.
3.13. Okay, 3.14, 15. And
Yeah.
you're right, I forgot. And then like Colin was able to fly to Spain in July 2021, so a full year after. Finally.
Yeah, and I got to spend a full month in Spain and meet your family and
Yeah, that was
your
really nice.
entire town of 300 people. I guess I was
I
the
know.
first American
Yeah, you were.
in your town.
And it was so funny because I was a lifeguard at the time in the pool, and everybody knew he was coming. you know. So when he first showed up, everybody already knew like his name, where he was from, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 week
Full
trip
month.
turned into a month, and then I went back home. And I think that the last couple of weeks was when when I was there, we really started talking about moving in together, or figuring out a way that we could live together.
Yeah, I got a student visa, M1, and we moved together in LA.
Yeah.
And then like you proposed, and we started the whole process of the citizenship, which has taken 4 years. 4 years and over $10,000, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. At the same time, it's probably going to start taking a lot longer for people.
Yeah,
If you do have questions or want information on that process, definitely like leave a comment and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, or recommendations, because our lawyers have been great.
Oh yeah,
They've been like really helpful.
Unless you're like really good with paperwork and everything, which with this administration, I'd probably say just do the lawyers anyways, because it's just going to help out tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, there were certain things.
I think you're taken more seriously when you go that route than trying to do it by yourself.
It was also helpful because in my town, again, 350 people, the records for birth certificates are written down like manually with a pen. And
it's not like a digital copy.
No. And the lawyers told me you should request a digital copy of this, because it might not be like good to like have it written down by hand.
Yeah.
Especially because it was not even translated, it was in Spanish. That's our story. That's how we met. And then we got this beauty mantequilla. It's pretty crazy the amount of cultural differences that we have experienced. That I didn't even realize that there were so many cultural differences, you know?
Yeah. I really want to come up with like a rom-com movie that, like, what rom-com movie does someone like meet and then have to like travel away? Leap Year?
That's the one in Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be. Oh, there's this other one, the Holiday, that they travel to different countries, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's fun.
But it's not like My Brother Met Your Sister.
I know. Yeah, that would be weird. We hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, because we have a lot going on with the citizenship process, and we may be moving out of the country as well. So we'll keep you posted. Honestly, so many people have told me that we can write a book with the amount of stuff that we have going on. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't have to.
Thank you, everybody,
and
check out those shorts.
Bye for now.